están todos? Ya estamos en el último bloque con la entrevista a Breyfogle. Mi nombre es Carlos Joey Moises para artes9.com y con mi manía. Now, I see there's a huge line forming and they're going to kill me if we don't end this really quick. So, I would just like to ask, what is the job you're most proud of? Now, I said that my favorite thing that you've ever done was Holy Terror. I love everything you did in Batman with Alan, but that story in particular, if there was something that I thought would never mix, was Batman Crazy. And in that story, you did it perfectly. It was amazing. The ending where he meets all the heroes are dead or dying.
That was Alan Brenner, who was the writer. Yeah,
yes,
he wrote a really brilliant script. What I liked about it as the artist was that I got to redesign Batman's costume, make him look like a superhero in church.
Yeah.
I even made his ears look like the steeples on a church.
That was good, and also I like the demon-like bat that you had.
Yeah, and it was incorporated the priest helmet.
That was so good.
I was pretty proud of that.
And what I liked about that is you changed it just enough to be something different, but still be Batman.
Right.
That was great. It was amazing.
But usually when I'm asked that question, I wouldn't go for a company-owned character. I would go for Metaphysique, which I don't know if you're familiar with.
No.
It's a 6-issue miniseries. That's what I ended up calling the title that Malibu said that they would publish Sight Unseen.
Oh, I see.
So it's a 6-issue creator-owned miniseries that I wrote and illustrated.
Okay.
And I own the copyright on the title Metaphysique. So, in fact, it had actually been published as a 2-issue miniseries by Eclipse maybe 10 years earlier, which actually published stuff that I'd done in college.
Okay.
So I can use it for anything I want. It's Metaphysique is the title. I own the copyright on the title. The Eclipse Comics version was just an anthology of short stories that I did in college. The Malibu one was, I made it a 6-issue continuous story, and there were real characters, and Metaphysique was an actual character. But I might do another one that's totally different. It's called Metaphysique in the future sometime.
That's what the web is for, you know.
because it's creator-owned, because I wrote it as well as illustrated it, I usually call that what I'm most proud of. But it's not the most visible thing. I mean, in terms of Batman, what I'm probably most proud of is The Birth of the Demon graphic novel, because it's fully painted.
Yeah, that's with Danny O'Neill, right?
Yes. The origin of Breyfogle.
And for so many years, we had an inkling and an idea of more or less what happened with Rage in the beginning. But this time, they told you the complete full story. The painting art was beautiful.
The only problem with that is that it came out the same month the Death of Superman came out. So it was completely overshadowed by it. And the Death of Superman was crap. If you ask me.
No, please say that to everybody. It's ridiculous.
In my opinion.
No. It should be everybody's opinion.
No.
Here in Mexico, people love that because it's one of the first big, huge sagas that came from the United States.
Yeah, but made a big splash.
But it's not a very good story.
That final issue when Superman died, page after page of splash pages of them just bashing each other. Come on.
No, and it
was great art.
Yeah.
I don't want to insult anybody.
No, but still, the art was not that very good.
The artwork was generic, somewhat generic if you ask me. I would have enjoyed drawing it, actually.
Well, but let's talk about storytelling.
But story-wise,
let's talk about storytelling. When the final punch comes from Doomsday and Superman, when they hit each other,
we destroy Metropolis.
But not only that, you don't see it. You don't see them. You see the reflection on Jimmy Olsen's camera. So instead of being a huge splash page of them hitting each other, it's that little tiny thing of them.
It didn't make enough impression on me for me to remember that.
Well, that's the thing.
Really, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, and it's a huge thing of Jimmy Olsen. It's just a tiny little thing of them hitting each other.
That is bad storytelling.
Am I right?
But people like it. If I could remember it, I could agree. Thank God I can't remember it.
I'll see if I can find a little snippet on the net where you can see it. It's ridiculous, and it's great that you said that you have a certain opinion.
Well, I have kind of a personal interest in mine because it overshadowed Birth of the Demon. That kind of ticked me off.
And not only that, I mean, Birth of the Demon's a very good story, and a lot of people in my show, Comic
Danny O'Neill's signature Batman villain. He was like Fu Manchu for Batman.
Yeah, and not only that. On my show, my radio show, sometimes they ask me about the story and I go, just read Birth of the Demon. You know, I can tell you the story, but it's not the same as reading such a beautiful story. And then the thing is, I got the hardcover, just beautiful.
You know, that was going to be Dick Giordano when he offered it to me. He expected it to be like the other Demon sagas.
Yeah, it was Son of the Demon, Bride of the Demon, and Birth of the Demon.
Yeah, he expected it to be drawn by me in black and white with coloring added. And I wanted to do it in full color, fully painted. And I insisted, and frankly, I'm amazed that he gave into that. But looking back on it, it's really good that he did, because I thought there was going to be a lot of Batman, a lot of cityscapes, and it would have been good for line work. But since it was in the desert, the color was really essential to it carrying the story. Because the desert is kind of empty, and the color was really important.
You did a lot of green.
And I was really disappointed that Batman wasn't in it that much.
No.
But because it was fully painted, it made it much more exciting.
It was very beautiful.
Thank you.
And now, one thing that I have to ask: how do you feel about the Mexican fans? Do you think they're rabbit fans? They appreciate rabbit? Because look, they're looking at me with hate, with complete hate for taking your time.
No,
How do
they're
you
all
feel?
smiling. They're all smiling. He's joking.
How do you feel about your Mexican fans? Because I've seen
I think they're great.
They're bringing enormous stacks of comics for you to
Oh,
sign.
I've had much worse than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't judge a fan base on the basis of how many things they want me to sign. Actually, that should be a good thing.
Yeah.
They want me to sign all these books.
That's what.
But yeah, they've been very nice.
Well, let me just say,
very well.
for all you Mexican fans, me being one of them, it's been great having you here. Thank you for all your time. Thank you for.
I'm glad to be here.
No, we're glad you're here. Esto ha sido una entrevista con el señor Breyfogle, artista de Batman, para artes9.com y Comic Manía. Nos estamos viendo.